Hello everyone. In this session we will discuss the arrays of objects. Means here by using the arrays also we can create the objects. Normally here arrays are declared in the sequential manner. So whatever we are writing the values, those will be in the form of our contiguous memory location. Those are stored into the contiguous memory locations. So by using the arrays also we can create some objects here. Let's see here how we can perform those objects by using the arrays. So these arrays are used for any data type. So arrays are used for normally here arrays are used for the any data type, like your our primitive data types: int, float, char, double, long double, anything you can choose, for example. And also these are not only for the primitive data type, these are also used for the our user defined data types. What we have, like here type definition, strut, and the classes also. So here only we have, it is also used for the classes. Arrays are declared in the form of our classes also. Once you declare the our arrays in the classes, automatically these are used to create our objects. So like your arrays of the variables within the classes is called, here we can call like your arrays of the objects, right? Once you are creating the arrays by using the classes, means automatically the arrays can be created by using the our objects also. So here we have the syntax for the arrays of objects. Let's see here. So class name, whatever you have the class name, and you can give the object name. Yes, this is similar to the our object creation only. So in the object creation, what we are giving, class name and the object name. Yes, but here what is the different with the objects creation and the array of objects, means here that is the size. Here we are giving the size. So here we are giving the square braces. You can observe here, these are the square braces. In between here we are giving the size, right? So normally we are declaring these size values in arrays only. So that's what you can call, this is having the, means objects are declared now into the our arrays format. Your class name is the name of the class, name of the class, and your object name is the name of the object, name of the object. And you can see here whatever you have the size can be defines the maximum number of elements that can be stored in an our array. Okay, so here maximum number of elements, how many elements we have. Suppose if we have the 5 elements, those will be stored in the size point. So just you can write the 5. Okay, if you have the 4, you can write the 4. If you have the 10, you can write the 10. If you have the 100, you can write the 100, like that. So maximum number of elements stored into an array, into an array point. Okay, so here class name is our class, normally whatever we are declaring, and object is also similar to that only, and your size is depends on the our array. So we can call by using this syntax, this is like your object is created by using the our array format. Okay, let's see the one programmatic for this. So normally here I'm taking the our class, you can see this is our class. Here I'm choosing the class name is the square. This is the our class name. Okay, so we need to be creating these classes and the objects and arrays, right? So already we created the our class name, and here you can choose, here I'm choosing the private. In the private I'm choosing like here int s. S is the our square type, means just here I'm choosing the one variable. Okay, here I'm choosing the one variable is like your s, and the public here I'm choosing the square int s1, square int s1. So what it is like your our constructor, right? So how we can identify your class name is similar to the our constructor name, right? So means your constructor name is also similar to the our class name. Here we have the constructor. Yes, right? So you can mention this is the our constructor. And here you can see here we passed these some parameters. We passed these some parameters like your int s1. So we can also call this is the parameterized constructor. Okay, parameterized constructor. So if you have any doubt what is the parameterized constructor, once you can check the description part. Already I given the constructors topic in the description part. Okay, so here I'm choosing the s is equals to the s1. S is equals to the s1. Here we have the private and the public. Whatever you have the private, that is in the kept secret manner. Okay, and the public is in the form of your visible to the our in the monitor screen manner. Okay, so means here whatever we have the values in the s, those will be similar to the our s1, or else here those are copied into the form of our s1. And you can see here I'm choosing the one method, or else here one function, that is like your void area. In that I'm writing the area of a square, means in our output whatever we need to be get, for that here I'm writing the area of the square having the side. Okay, how much side, s means your side, how much side it will be having, that can be displayed in our output. That too here s into s, directly it will not display with the s value whatever we are giving. Okay, it will be the multiplication like your s square. Okay, side into side, normally we have the formula like your side into side, right? So just I'm taking the s, or else if you have any doubt, directly you can mention here side. Okay, so s into s, it will be displayed, our output will be in the form of multiplication format. Suppose you took the 2 value, 2 into 2 like here 4. Okay, and next here you can choose so continuation programmatic. So you can see here, after that you can close the our function here, and also here you can close the our classes. And in the main method here I'm choosing the one variable, that is like your k. And here you can choose the our square. What it is, square is the class name. After the class name, what we need to be create, object. So here I'm choosing the object is an array. This is the object name. So here definitely will be get the one doubt. By using the class name only we need to be create our object name, right? So you're taking the square, but why we are taking the array, ARR, right? So here you can check here, or else here you can choose the SQ also, there is no problem. Okay, you can choose the SQ or else SL, that is your choice. Just here I'm choosing the for the identification of yourself. So by that you will not confuse what is this one. Okay, so for that case here I'm writing your array is the object name. Here I took the size is like your 4. In the array we have the index like your 0 to n minus 1, like your 0 to n minus 1. So for that case here you can mention the 0 to 3 values. It is starting with the 0 and ends with the n minus 1. Means here we have the 4, means your 3 minus 4 minus 1, like 3. 0 to 3 values, and directly here I am initializing the our values. So here square 5, one value. So here these 5, 10, 15, 20, these values are here our s values. Whatever we are defining the 5, 10, 15, 20, these are the our s values. We can check here clearly. Okay, square, here we took the 4, right? So that's what here I'm writing the 4 values. After the completion of that, here you can see here this is the size, already we given the size. So now here we have the completely array creation by using the objects, right? And here we are declaring the using array of objects and closes. So here we are taking the for loop k is equals to 0. It can be starts with the k is equals to 0 and k less than 4, means it can be stops with the 3, and you can increment array of k and area. And next here you can see, so what you will be getting the output, Normally whatever you given the value, like here you given like the area of square having the side, right? So first it will be having the side is like your 5. The side here I'm directly writing the output. First side will be having the 5. You can see here what it will be having the side 5. So the 5 will be converting into the form of 25. Why? Because we have the s into s, side into side, right? 5 into 5 you will be get the 25 value. And next here you have the 10. 10 into 10 you will be get the 100. And next here we have the 15. 15 is converting into 15 into 15, that is like your 225. And next here we have the 20. The 20 is coming to like your 20 into 20, that is like 400. Like this here you will be get the values. Just here what we need to be observed in this program means here just you can see this line only. This is our main line. This is our main line in this programmatic. Okay. So in this we initialized the class name, means we declared the class name, object name and the size. Also here we initialized the values to the our arrays also. Okay. So like this here we can perform the array of the objects. And also we can perform this array of objects in the form of multi-dimensional array format also. How we can means here by this example program only I will explain. Here we took the our means here we took the like here for the finding of the s value, right? Here what is the s? Like your side. So by that only here I'm creating. You can see here totally how many we have sizes. We have the 4. Means now you can mention that into the format. So by that only here we can create the our objects. You can see that we can call like here our multi-dimensional array. So just you can see we have the total 4. First s. Here we have the first one, that is the s. That s is having like your object, right? So what it will be having the object here? Square 0. It will be having the object is like your our square 0. Or else you can write the array of 0. So why? Because here we took the object name is the array of 4, right? So like that also you can mention. Just your knowing purpose here I'm writing. And next second object it will be having the square 1. And next you have s, that is like your square 2. And next it will be having the square 3. Whatever we discussed in the programmatic, that I am writing. So just you can mention here in this here we can perform the whatever you have the objects, like your array of objects can be stored inside the our memory will be like this. And here this can be done in the form of our multi-dimensional array. So this square of 0, what it will be taking the value of s, right? So the value of s, first one what it will be having 5. So now we can be converted into the s into s, right? So that is like here our value like 25 and the 100 and 225, sorry 225 and the 400. The values whatever you got the memory, that can be stored in our array format like this. Okay, we can also declare like this, that is the programmatic. And whatever you got the programmatic, that I am declared in the form of like this. Okay, so this is the array of objects. Thank you for the watching. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel.